So, Mr. Raja Singh, so you have mentored many startups under Atal Innovation community, and you have mentored them, you have seen them grow. So, what are the mistakes the early innovators that they do that our GRIP students can avoid it?
Thank you for the great question. See, one thing which across the board we are seeing is people are very moved by the thought of startups. Startups are very fancy as a word. So while I'm very happy that innovators today are understanding and the parents are accepting the fact that there is something called startups and people can actually be entrepreneurs as a career choice. And like I say all the time, and I said inside also, with all the given resources and the movement which has come, the only difficult part in entrepreneurship is just the spellings. Rest everything there is somebody to help with, right? Having said that, because it is a glamorous sort of a business, people tend to go about the money first and about the solution first. And with the move of AI happening very quickly, everybody thinks I can have a solution with AI. Everything can have an AI. So one major issue that we are seeing with people go with fancy solutions, go with technologies which are relevant and forget about the problem. So one key suggestion that across the board I would like to give is focus on the problems first. Figure out who you're trying to solve the problem for, how big is that problem, what is that problem, and why is that even a problem. And when we talk about the problem, are there existing solutions? It's okay if there are existing solutions, but how are you solving that problem better? Once you figure out that problem statement, then making a product becomes simple, right? The problems can be complex, could be multiple problems, but the solution has to be simple, has to be one, and you could be solving one problem at a time. We don't have a problem, but it shouldn't be the other way around. You shouldn't have a solution first and then figuring out a problem, right? So that is one key thing. Second, when you do a startup, don't do a startup because you only want to make money and you only think that I can be my own boss, do it at my own time so I can do it. No. Do a startup because you want to cause impact. Do a startup because you wanted to solve a problem. Do a startup because you want to be job maker, not a job seeker. That's okay if you want to be a job seeker also, but try and give jobs for others. Make those jobs for others. And you can only do that when you're thinking about creating an impact to all stakeholders, whether that is for the problem that you're trying to solve, the person who is in problem, whether you're trying to solve the problem for yourself. But once you think about the impact that it will create and work on the impact, money will automatically follow.
Thank you. Question is, how can the grassroots innovators better connect with national platforms and policy level opportunity to scale their impact?
Brilliant question. I think, again, I think I answered this slightly earlier also. The only difficult part is entrepreneurship is the spellings now, which means there is so much access that is coming through colleges, etc. So the first thing any startup or an ideator needs to do is trying to find incubators around you. Incubators, pre-incubators, communities around you, and with the age of AI and digital world, it is very easy just to Google. Then government has provided platforms like Startup India, like mentorship portals like Marg and whatnot. Start can quickly just log in, find the relevant incubators, mentors for their space on these online platforms. Through these platforms like this ACIC CBIT, which is a brilliant platform that you're trying to build, you can connect with national policies and global policies and programs, etc., and then start building your journey from there.
Thank you. Advice on building sustainable startups that solve rural challenges while ensuring the business viability.
Okay. Again, a very important question. When we started the Stepup Ventures few years ago, we did a basic understanding of we want to be a $5 trillion economy as the government wants. You cannot be a $5 trillion economy unless the majority of the population actually contributes to the economic activities. And majority of our population falls under the minority status. And when I say minority, these are people from the underserved segments, from tier 2, tier 3, SC, ST, OBC, and so on. So it is very essential that when you're trying to solve a problem, you try and solve the problem for these communities first, because these are the majority of the population. When you try and solve for a problem which has impact, it's not fluff. It is a real problem that you're trying to solve. It will become sustainable. build from that perspective. Don't build for people like just 5 people, 10 people, my college guys. Try to solve a problem at large, which is going to attract investors also, which is going to attract external stakeholders also. So the first thing is always have a problem, which is a big problem, and you're trying to solve that at a scale. Then try and solve a problem which is close to you, not just for money. That is the second piece. And third, when you're doing this, don't try and do it on your own. Try and bring people along with you. Try and build a team, and that will help you build the scale. And on the journey, try and bring in advisors, mentors, etc., and make this journey count. This way, you can make it sustainable and grow.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.